in there? Well, it's because last time that I played a historical song from 1908, it got grabbed by the Content ID system. Apparently in 1908, Edison is still under copyright, apparently. So, because those jagovs are going to try and monetize something that I don't want monetized, if that intro gets grabbed, well, screw them. I'm going to do the intro separately from now on, because I'm doing period music to get people in the mood for what's going on, and, well, I don't want to give those jerk-offs free money. Pretty plain and simple. So, in any case, let's get this started. Because, well, they're jerks. They are jerks. And, yeah. So, off-season begins. Let's get this rolling. So, is there anyone worth taking? Ooh, yes, actually there is. 70, I prefer 75. So, yeah, I'm going to do that guy, and if he wants to put in the other guy, so be it. So, allons-y. What do we got next? Winter meetings. Any trade offers? Nope. And, well, first year player draft? I suppose that's the where to head off. Yep. First year player draft. Well, got a fairly deep draft. I mean, you got a lot of good looking guys here. So, only one thing to do is to get things started. With the first overall pick, the Giants select Pete Alexander. I can understand why. Second pick. Tilly Walker, Dodgers. Otis Johnson, shortstop. Claude Hendricks. George J. Burns. I was thinking he was going to drop. Apparently not. Vic Sayer. Where are we? We're at the New York. We're right here. 7th pick. The Highlanders. What do I pick? I pick 15th. With the 7th pick, New York takes Tim Hendricks. With the 8th pick, they take Guy Zinn. 9. Red Smith. Ooh, I love that pick. 10. Gloomy Gus. Ah, I love Gloomy Gus. Great player. 12th pick. Swede Hendrickson. 13. Hank Severide. That's who I was hoping to pick up. That's who I was hoping to pick up. Damn. So, 14th pick, Pitchy Richter. And Pittsburgh, Rafael Amida. I got a Cuban in the league. So, which means if we got a Cuban in the draft class, I probably should turn this on. Oh, I did put Cubans in. Good. Well, actually, no. International origin. So, if we're getting Cubans in, I should probably start putting them in the league. So, let's turn off Vatican City, because that's silly. So, I did look it up. You did have Cubans and Colombians coming in. It was pretty late for a lot of countries, but Colombia and Cuba had players pretty early. So I'll do that. Yeah. Don't want them to come in too high a frequency. I don't want that many players. So I'm going to go 5%, should be fine. And Let's go 7% and 5%. There we go. Let's continue the draft. So, who's available? First off, Ed McDonald. Okay. What do we got? So, that guy looks really good. So, who does he recommend? Ray Morgan. I can see why. Okay. Am I looking at... I want to look at the scouting director's recommendation. Okay. You know, I'm actually absolutely okay with that. I would prefer a pitcher. I mean, I prefer a pitcher, but... Well, you know how it goes. All players. Oh, because I'm looking at it wrong. There we go. Are there any batters that are pitchers? Pitching potential. No, there are not. Are there any pitchers that are batters? Yes, there is one. Clarence Mitchell. Definitely worth taking a look at. Probably going to look at him in the second round. He's 19, though. So, yeah, there's that. What is he? He's a pure pitcher. Okay. So, ratings-wise. Interesting. Really good at avoiding Ks. I'll have to take a look at that. Who's got power? Oh, Mitchell's got decent power. It's worth taking a look at. All players. Is there anyone that has... Harry Spratt. But Ray Morgan is pretty clearly the selection here. I'm pretty sure about this. Yeah, that's fine. So, until my next pick. Anyone really good defender? Catcher. Don't need a catcher. Left field. No. So who's the best contact potentials? These two guys. Jimmy Johnson. All right. And Ivy Olsen. That guy is wicked quick. And Spratt's got some power to him, which is good to see. Pretty rare, actually. Pretty good defender, too. You're worth taking a look at in the third round. You're just a good all-around player, aren't you? Well, you're ready to go right now. That's the thing. You're worth taking a look at in the third round. You're just a good all-around player, aren't you? Well, you're ready to go right now. That's the thing. Huh. Because I'm fine with developmental player. Who I can grab and stash. Wow, OSA hates him. Interesting. What about you? You think he's fine both ways. Alright. Fine. Well, I suppose. Let's take a look at this. Pitch rating, individual pitch potential. Oh, interesting. Huh. You're a two-pitch guy. Why? Does your control suck? Nobody's got a knuckleball yet. No one's particularly fast. Guy Paulette. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Yep, now it's just kind of, at this point, I'm happy just to do that. All the players and all the decent players have been mined out. So, negotiate with draftees. Now the impossible guy. How about I usually just throw a couple grand at these guys, and I've never had them not accept, and it's not like I can't afford it. And it kind of guarantees they're going to offer. So, impossible here. I don't care if I get you, so I'm going to offer you $250, and if you don't accept it, I'm not going to be broken up about it. So, let's go to the Rule 5. Personal message. Jean Paulette. Yep, great, that's fine. 19-year-old, he's going to take a few years to develop. I got no problems with that. And no messages. Rule 5 draft. So, who's available? Ooh, now that's interesting. Gideon Mulder. It really does like him. I've never been terribly impressed with him. I mean, he's got a good arm. That's about it. I've never been terribly impressed with that guy. I probably will lose him again. I lost him last year, but he got returned afterwards. So, I mean, this guy's interesting. Man, he's floated around a lot of teams. Trade from St. Louis. Interesting. So he was a prospect that was moved. Huh. All right. Until my next pick. Did he get grabbed again? He did. That happens. Quite often, actually. That's the second year in a row that's happened. Until my next pick. Okay. Do you recommend anyone? Filippo Moretti. Why? Why would I pick him up? Because I then have to keep him on my team all year. No. That's... No. If I wanted someone who was going to play every day, I mean, I'd pick... This guy might be worth picking up. How many years has he been in the league? So batting stats... 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be his 6th season in the league. Well, yeah, being a pro. He's only 22. He's still very young. You know, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, let's do that. Until next pick. Skip. And until my last pick. So. Nope. Okay. Finish. Personal message. Oh, you want something else. Okay. Negotiate with draftees. So what did you want? You wanted that. Demand is that. Include a major league contract. It would also like 12. Okay. You were negotiating. He would like 1,200 for 2 years as a guaranteed contract. Okay. That's fine. I got no problems offering that. I have a new message. Okay. George Mordridge. Yep, convinced. I'll take it. That'll help. He's probably going to be on the roster this year. Clarence Mitchell. Not satisfied. Don't care. Bill Crean. Huh. Interesting. I offered this guy $2,000 and he didn't want it. Huh. Interesting. I don't think I've had that happen before. Where you pitch $2,000 at a guy and he doesn't want it. So Ray Morgan's got to be on the active roster. Yep. Okay. Rebuild the minor league system. Yep, 2 guys broken off talks. Not much more I can do there. And yeah. I mean, he had a WAR of 90. He's definitely worth that. So let's go to the news. Hall of Fame voting results. Hugh Duffy just missed it. If I had voted for him, he probably would have got in. I didn't. I didn't think he deserved it. But yeah, Billy Hamilton absolutely deserved it. So I have no problem with that. So let's go to the draft pick signing deadline to try and get rid of that stupid issue. Okay. Advance past it. Are we good? Yes, we are. Good. There we go. Receive a compensation pick for him not signing, which is disappointing. You pull $250,000 because you can. Not like it makes a difference. Not at this stage. Oh, hey, found a guy in Malta, of all places. No, wrong thing. Sam Gray. He's terrible. But, oh well. Not like I'm expecting much out of those guys. Okay. Now, go to the spring training. And let's go to the end of the month. Can I just hope I get no injuries this time. Well, there goes one of my better relievers for the season. say I don't want injuries, and then I get slapped with a pretty big injury. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, what do we got here? Ray Morgan, the guy who I picked up, improves. That's nice. Any big names? Arati, he's slowly developing. That's good. Jean Paulette. Okay. Alright. So, now let's go to the end of the... It's the end of the month. So, let's go to here, to the end of spring training. Okay. Now, let's go just advance a day just to make sure everything's fine. Now I've got to start setting the roster. So, spring training roster. Why are you set as a relief pitcher? Set position, he's a starting pitcher. Stupid. So, let's go through these. First off, look at my pitching. 4-man rotation. Set it up. Okay. So, I mean, I have way too many guys here. So, first off, auto, transaction, you're demoted. Wave and demote. So. Ray, I mean, you're demoted. Fine. How many years have you been in the league? You haven't touched a major league roster. You're not out of years. Basically, because he's called up for spring training, means... stupid. Transaction. Wave. If someone picks him up, whatever. Not real loss there. Transaction. Demote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the right size pitching staff. I want 6 players in the bullpen. So now, how many does that leave me? That leaves me with 8. So 1, 2. Let's go that position by position. No. I can actually do it here. Because catchers, I don't need this many catchers. So yeah. You, all 3 of you guys are demoted. What? Oh. Transactions, wave, designate for assignment. You, transaction, demote. Oh. He's the guy I picked up? He's not nearly as good as his rating said he was. That's disappointing. Well, I can do this, actually. So, what the? Player could be... okay. So, transaction. So, release him. I really don't need him. He goes back to his original team. No big whoop off my back. Okay. So, that brings me down to 30. Need to make 5 more cuts. So, right field. Kane, you're finally back and ready to underachieve. Okay. So, first off, let's take a look at first base. I dealt with catcher. You demoted. Wow, I do not need these many first basemen. This many first basemen. Transaction. Demote. Good, it will let me. Second baseman. 2 guys, that's fine. Third base. 2 guys, that's fine. I mean, I need to send Dexter down. He refused to be demoted. Transaction. Waive and designate. Bill Shipkey. Transaction. Demote. Good. How many is that? Need one more. What am I looking at in terms of this? Yeah. Wow, Phil Lewis. How hath you fallen? Anyway, demote. Man, Phil Lewis, what happened to you? You were looking so good earlier in your career. Anyway, that's 25 players. So now let's hit the pitching staff. Slow Joe, sorry. I still got this guy named Cy Young that was going to start over you. Johnny's going to go there. Always start highest rested. That's fine. No. Okay, and then Charlie Rhodes is my closer, because I'm a very modern thinking guy. 8th inning or later. Also can be a stopper. Wilbur Goods, middle relief with high usage. Mike Cunningham? Normal usage. Long relief, that's fine. Middle relief. And actually, Wilbur Good, also you can be a lefty specialist. And Slow Joe. Yeah, you've been consistent, except for last year. You were not particularly good. You can also be a right fielder. You can be a stopper, 7th inning, 8th plus. That'll be fine. And you can be a setup man if necessary. Actually, no. You know what? You be a backup high leverage guy. That'll work. Now to set the lineups. First off, you set up the minor league system. And pitching lineups. There we go. And Johnny Lush, set position, right field. So now it's correct. Asked to rebuild all. That'll work. Set position, back to starting pitcher, so you actually will go the correct number of minutes, and everything looks pretty good actually. Widcon. Let's see here. What does my left field look like? Yeah, Chet Claiborne should be there. Really, you have Herzog there? Huh? And you have Cladborn at second? What does my second base look like? Yeah. Set position, second base. Alright. Yeah, that's actually correct. O'Roddy? I'd rather have that. And I'd rather it be that. Let's go every 5th game if starter tired. That's fine. What do we got on the left side? Yeah, I'd actually want to copy that. Paste that. And that looks fine, actually. It doesn't think much of Johnny Lush. It puts him as bottom of the depth chart. But you know what? He's a better hitter than Joe. Joe's a defender. So is Wid. And what the hell do you have Frank Chance that low in the lineup for? I mean, Whit Conroy's weird lineup. I do not agree with that. Because Whit Conroy should be down here. He's a defender. That's what he's there for. I mean, he's hit 255 his best year. He's clear. 284 his best year, but still, that was a few years ago. He's a defender. Make no mistake. He's a really good defender. He's a Gold Glove, but he is a defender. And Ray Morgan. Really? You're going to have him start? Interesting. So let's generate a depth chart there. And you, I want that. If starter tired, you every 6th game. And you go there every 7th game. That'll be fine. If starter tired. And that's fine. That's fine. Alright. Because Frankie Chance definitely should be... I mean, he's a good batter. He's a really good batter. 297, 406. That's fine. And, well, Ty Cobb. Chris. Yep, everything looks fine there. Double check this side. Yep, that's fine. I wonder why. Interesting. Okay. Yep, everything looks good. So what's this? Oh, I get an opening day game. Oh, neat. I'm going to drop a quick save and call it good. Alright. More power to you. I didn't have a place on my roster for him, so... And because of the stupid, hey, look, I waste your war years. I waste your years because, stupid. Anyway, let's go to opening day. All right, let's look at these preseason projections really quick. So, it really thinks I'm going to be up there, but it thinks my team has taken a step back since last year. Maybe they're right. I don't know. We'll see. Still think Mordecai Brown is going to be one of the best pitchers, and King Brady as well. St. Louis is supposed to be up there again, and the Cubbies are supposed to be back. It's pretty much supposed to be them and everyone else. It puts me at 80 games, and well, let's get this show on the road. So let's go to the first month. Oh, that's unfortunate. Lineups and depth charts. Tinker is injured. Transaction disabled list 15-day DL. So, it's pretty simple replacement though. So, it's not like I'm hurting for this, and I can move my depth chart up just a little bit and call it good. Finish the month. No need to overreact after a few games. And you guys, transaction, you guys are demoted. Dexter, what you doing? Hi, kitty cat. Oh, you refuse to be demoted, so you get released. I mean, if you don't want to be you don't want to go down, you kind of remove player from waivers. Okay, come here, come here. I mean, you don't want to panic about a first month. I'm not going to even touch it. It's just 2 weeks. So, see where I'm after the second month, but having Ty Cobb out is a little annoying. Okay. Lineups and depth charts. So, Tinker... What are you hitting since you came in? Oh. So, just move that out. And get out of there. There we go. Tinker, you're back in. You move back. And then Tinker, you're back in. Okay. Now, at the end of the second month is when I make my adjustments. Oh boy. Really? Huh. Interesting. My team's doing terrible. Huh. I'm actually kind of surprised here. I have a pretty good team, and they're just... Wow. And it doesn't help that Cy Young has literally forgotten how to play. So he's definitely demoted. You're definitely stepping in the starting lineup. Can you play third? Just second. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm doing here. So, lineups. So let's just have you, let's just quickly move Lush, set position right field. And then let's go rebuild. Let's rebuild these lineups. Okay, so what are you doing at second base? You putting Alex back in, I hope? Ray Morgan. Really? You're not going to put Andy McConnell in? Are you not even going to put him in the lineup? I mean, he's hitting okay, but why is he not in? I mean, it should be here. Andy is just the second baseman. It's pretty clear in that case, in that regard. You're hitting 299. Herzog, you're hitting 292. Claiborne, what are you hitting? 299. Second baseman left field. Herzog, you're... You know, I'm tempted to move you to short and see what happens. So if I move you to set position, if I move you to shortstop, what do you look like? Yeah, you're entirely competent shortstop, but you're really a second baseman. So your best position is second. So if I do that, and let's look at you lefty righties. So you're better against righties, and Ambi is better against righties. Okay. I mean, I might want to do this. So let's go generate depth chart. Generate depth chart. Who do you have at third? Kane? What in God's name are you trying to do to me here? What are you trying to do to me here? That's... I mean, Kane should not be starting. Herzog should be there. Cladborn should be there. Now let's rebuild that depth chart. I mean, he's just a better player. In just every sense. He is just a better player. So, let's take a look at this. So, Cladborn at left. Ambi in here. Herzog at third. Yeah, because I do not want Kane starting like that. And what is Chance doing so far down the lineup? I guess I'm okay with that. Okay, so, and now I need to take care of my pitching staff because apparently the team has forgotten, some of these guys have forgotten how to pitch. So, Slow Joe, you're going to go in. And, yeah, you're going to be a middle reliever, Cy. Sorry, but you just can't. You're just not cutting it. Team has just decided to forget how to play. This is interesting. This is very disappointing. Very disappointing indeed. I'm going to have to take a look at what's wrong. Because something is clearly just wrong. So, what's going on? I go from the top ERA to 5th in ERA. My pitch, basically both sides have just stopped hitting, but stopped clicking. I mean, it's just not working. This is very disconcerting. I mean, this is going to turn into a lost season because the team is just playing terrible. Huh. The offense is just not working. I mean, more home runs. Oh, well. But 7th in batting average, 5th in on-base percentage, that's terrible. You are definitely a defensive shortstop, but you're hitting well right now. I mean, Ambi is playing like Garbo. So, yeah. Third base, second base, shortstop, center. So at this point, I mean, Tinker is hitting better than you. Ambi, you played yourself out of a job. You're out, kid. You're out. Lordy. You're playing like garbage. So, who's actually getting on base? 50%. You're doing well in limited appearances. So right now, I'm putting you as number 1. And Buck Herzog, number 2. Ty Cobb, number 3 is fine. Ray Morgan next. Okay. So, yeah. I'm going to go copy, paste, and call that good. Actually, what I want to do is copy the lineup and paste the lineup. There we go. All right. So, what on the pitching staff? mean, Slow Joe is not even done well in his... Is anyone doing well? Anyone. Let's try this. Jesus. I'm probably just time to call it. The team's going nowhere. Okay, let me get this straight. You want me to take on a veteran left fielder who would just clog my lineup for a developmental player. Wow, this is a big trade. So I get a big name left fielder in exchange for what? Developmental shortstop, developmental relief pitcher, meh, meh, and meh. So essentially, it would be a big left field bat. Can't play right field, which is kind of... Let's take a look at this. So, front office, home, meet the team. So what's really letting me down here? Left field. Okay. Who am I playing at left field? Let's just make sure I have that right. So lineups and depth charts. Who am I playing at left field? Cladmore. So I'm going to set his position as left field. And see what it says then. Yeah, not great. Not very good. So, in terms of positions with this trade, it's a intriguing trade. So I'm looking at, so he is in Philadelphia Athletics. Okay. So in terms of them, so he's on the Athletics. Let's go meet the team. Yes, hi Kitty. Meet the team. What's your left field? So I'd be trading for the 6th best left fielder. You know, I think I'm okay with that trade. I mean that's a very fair trade. A developmental shortstop who is, oh boy, well he is. I mean, but he's 4-star. He's excellent all across there. But I mean, he's easily replaceable. He is easily replaceable. So, yeah. Because right now what that means is I need to make room on the left side. Because, right now, I mean, Chet is just, he's okay, but he's just not cutting it. I'm going to go transaction, trade, shop around. Wow. Nothing. Nothing and nobody. Interesting. Okay, so what should be done? So let's go default. And let's go stats, batting stats. So who is actually being completely worthless right now? Oh, Ratty. you're being just terrible. So you're getting sent down to the minors. So lineups in left field. Let's go build depth chart. Bescher, I didn't trade him to bench him. There we go. And do the same thing. And I'm fine with that. Bescher, he needs to be higher in the lineup. 378. What are you hitting this year? 264. Yeah, you're fine. 309 on base. You're not. It's not great. So definitely up there. Let's do that. And see how that helps. That was definitely a very fair trade. Ah, Whit Conroy's finally back. Where am I going to put him is the question. So I'm going to do this. So he's going to be in for there. Third base. Second base. Build depth chart. Then here. Build depth chart. End of the month. And Cy Young, he has gotten himself injured for the season again. Now, you just can't stay healthy at the end. What a good career. What a bad end. Just can't stay healthy. So, rosters and transactions, players, minor leagues. Who's the best player in the minor league? Who deserves a call up? .30 ERA. Yep. .41 and 48. I mean, I'm only 7 games under 500. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, there goes that rookie. Goodness gracious. Man, it's been a tough season. It has been a tough season. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's his second year in a row he's gotten himself injured for the season, so I'm pretty sure he's going to retire. I may just release him. I mean, great career, but this last year he was pitching, gave him 7 starts before I benched him. He had a 7 ERA in those starts and like 2 wins. So I mean, just not good numbers. I'm close to riding the ship. I was 7 games under 500. I'm now 4 games under 500, but not a lot of time left to get things back in order. I mean, there's going to be very hard to catch them. 12 games with a month and a half. That's just not going to happen. I mean, the 2 top teams are right there. And Cleveland was supposed to be a top team, so I'm not surprised there. So let's go to the end of the month and just see what happens. Because in theory, I mean, and Lush gets injured. I honestly, at this point, given it's kind of a lost season, I'm ready just to say whatever. Because I've gotten back to 500. And yeah, that's about the best I can say. I've gotten back to 500, where I was considerably under 500. So the team's better than this record, but you don't play like it, you don't play like it. I still need to do the rosters, though. So, player list, Johnny Lush, transaction, put on disabled list, 15-day DL, roster and transactions. I need to bring... Well, thankfully it's the September call-ups. Good grief, look at that disabled list. God, starter. Christ. 3 starters out. Good God. Anyway, minor leagues. Sure. You get called back up to the majors. And I need a pitcher to replace the one that I had to replace Lush, because he's a two-way player. And you get called up. And pitching. At this point, I'm ready just to ask the bench coach. I want Mordecai to be the main starter. Sure, I'll give Jack. Actually, you know what? I want to get... How's Burke been doing in the starting role? Not great. Jack, no. Goods, an all-around player. Rhodey, you'll be the closer. And you will also be you'll be the lefty specialist. And, interesting, I can't let, yes, I guess I can. So, specialist, actually, middle relief. Wow, I got a lot of lefties all of a sudden. So, specialist versus righties. And you can be both setup guys. Wilbur good. Use more often. Long relief is fine. Okay. Now that that's been cleared up. Oh, the lineups. Right. So at this point, generate all. Because, yeah. Until end of the month. Oh yeah, I got personnel leaving. That happens. End of the month. Personal message. Yep, the Fighting Lions are leaving. Until end of the month. What do we got? More personnel leaving. That's the Blues. And I did the end of the week, not the end of the month. Let's go to the end of the month. So, Kane... Hey, look. Oh, he's a backup, but still, good grief. So, let's just go to the end of the month at this point. I'm ready just to have this season over, because the team has just not lived up to expectations. I'm very middle of the road right now. So, you come off the roster up there, lines and depth charts, go back to the right field, Lush, set position, right fielder, rebuild all. Then so he actually will do correctly, set position, back to starting pitcher where you're overall better player, pitching, Lush, oh my god, 5? Yeesh. This is just manager mode. I could go and play the game, but I tend to only play playoff games. Because you have, well, 160 games to get through, so, yeah. So who's actually doing well this year? Answer is not a lot. Well, Charlie Rhodes is being awesome, as usual, but that's about all I can say, so... Yep, and I'm eliminated from the playoffs, and yeah. Damn. Man, this has just been a lost season. Yeah, Really? Chet, your demand... Yeah, okay. Well, I can't really trade you right now. You could say it's a request to be traded, but I can't really trade you. So, let's go to the end of the season. Get this debacle over with. And, oh, Jesus. He hit 408 and the team still did this bad. Wow. Jesus. Yeah. He didn't have a great... I mean, he had a lower WAR. Probably because he had lower RBI. No, he had almost 100 RBIs. Why did he get such low WAR? That's higher. That's higher. That's higher. That's higher. Why did he get lower WAR? Because he got 600 plate appearances. He got more hits. He got lower stolen bases. He got caught stealing a ton this year. He got caught stealing a huge number of times this year. So let's just finish the day and go to the playoff coverage. So the playoffs are going to be the Cardinals versus the Cleveland Naps this year. And let's see how it goes. St. Louis gets game 1. Cleveland gets game 2. Got the break day. Cleveland picks up a game. Tied at 2. Cleveland now has 2 games to wrap it up. Didn't do well for me last year. And now this one. Tied at 3. And Cardinals do the exact same thing and win another one in 7. Wow. All right. They love to just go to 7 games, I suppose. They really turn it on when they're looking at elimination. So, there's that. Yeah, 54, that's not bad. I mean, it's not good, but oh well. So, yeah, he's happy with the overall performance because the bottom line was amazing. Okay, so, first off, Golden Gloves. Ty Cobb gets a Golden Glove this year. So does Joe Tinker. Yeah, he's not pretty on the with the stick, but he is there as a really good defender. Given I just wasn't a very good defensive team, I've been a pitching and defense team, and I mean, yeah, it just wasn't there this year. Defense was middle of the road. Pitching was middle of the road. I mean, everything improved at the end, but I dug myself such a deep hole. It just wasn't going to happen. I mean, I dug myself a pretty deep hole. So, obviously, I want to go standings. Let's go to the Golden Gloves. Rube Vickers may not be at yada yada yada. You can't be on the DL during the offseason. So let's go to the Golden Gloves. Okay, so first off, Golden Gloves. Ty Cobb gets a Golden Glove this year. So does Joe Tinker. Yeah, he's not pretty on the with the stick, but he is there as a really good defender. Given I just wasn't a very good defensive team. I've been a pitching and defense team, and I mean, yeah, it just wasn't there this year. Defense was middle of the road, pitching was middle of the road. I mean, everything improved at the end, but I dug myself such a deep hole. It just wasn't going to happen. I mean, I dug myself a pretty deep hole. So, obviously, I want to go standings. I mean, I dug myself a pretty deep hole to get out of, and I just couldn't carve it out, which is too bad. Anyway, so let's go to the reliever of the year. Should be my guy. I mean, Mike Cunningham? Different guy than I expected. He got reliever of the year with 4.17 ERA. That's an interesting choice. Silver Sluggers. So what do we got? We got Ty Cobb and Tris Speaker, who's really good. Tris Speaker is the other Ty Cobb right now. And I think Wee Willie Keeler's also way up there. Home Run Baker, really good. Najoli. Johnny Lush. Oh, wow, he had a great season. 270-some? That's great. That's one of his best hitting seasons. It's second best hitting season in his career. His pitching wasn't that good this year. The ERA was significantly up. But, yeah. His innings were down probably because I left him as a starting pitcher for so long, as a right fielder instead of a starting pitcher for so long. But these things happen. So, Rookie of the Year. I mean, if my guy hadn't gotten injured, probably would have gone to my guy. But in the end, it's won by Gloomy Gus, who, wow. Yeah, with those kind of stats, I'd say so. 4 on base, 927 OPS. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Kerry Yeehaw Blake. We just got him up this year. I mean, those are pretty good stats. Yeah. Manager of the Year. Probably going to be Cleveland. Turn that on. Probably going to be Cleveland and St. Louis because that's how it seems to do it. If you make it out of the thing, you're going to get it. Okay, who's the Cy Young go to? Cy Young goes to Herney Berger. 273 ERA. That's a little higher than we've seen the last few years. 26-game winner. Yeah, I can understand why. And then Christy Mathewson. Yeah, that's a name I know of. That's a really good season. 28 wins, 2.0 ERA. Yeah, I would say so. And MVP award. Probably going to be Cobb still, because he's been kind of had a lockdown on that position, because he's led pretty much every statistical category for quite some time. Because, well, just look at him. He's going to be really good. A Shoeless Joe. Shoeless Joe Jackson is the other Ty Cobb right now, who's also just absolutely ridiculously good. Younger, too. Well, 22 versus Cobb, who I think is about the same. 24. 22 versus 24, so not much difference. So, I mean, yeah, but both are absolutely amazing players. Okay, Christy Mathewson also wins the MVP. And time to go to the draft pool. You know, I'm not going to be the best draft pick because I adjusted my roster. If I wanted to be bad, it would be 1913 is when I want to be really bad. Benny Koff. Ooh. This kid was amazing last year. This kid is who I latched onto and built my team around in last year's game. Okay. I like all the historical names, like because right now you just switched to the Red Sox from the Boston Americans. It's still the Highlanders. This just switched to the Brooklyn Dodgers. And for some reason, the New York Giants have a purple color scheme. That I haven't figured out. But, yeah, pretty much The team names are about where they will be in the future. The only couple changes will be these guys right here. So let's take a look at the draft pool. And first off, draft order. So I have the 12th pick, actually. Huh. It's a lot higher than I expected. Anyway. Ooh, it looks like a really deep draft. So, what do we got? Contact potential. The Duke, obviously. So, draft order. New York Giants. I have the number 1 pick. This guy is the number 1 pick. That's not even a question. There's no way this guy isn't an absolute... The Iron Duke, yeah, absolutely. Tex, he was around for a long time. He might go number 1 just because he's really good starting out. Casey Stengel, I know that name. Good effort. Oh, that's good to see. Power potential. Well, we're starting to see some power guys come into the league. 50 power is the highest I've seen in quite some time. Yeah. Interesting. So, let's take a look at who are the all pitchers. No, I want to see the batting potentials. Are there any good batting? Yeah. You got Joe Bowling. You got Claude Hendricks. Okay, nothing there. Decent eye there. Dixie Davis. Clarence Mitchell. It's always worth clicking through the pitchers to see if there's anyone you can convert. You're just really good in general. Okay. All players. Any top shelf defenders? Rowdy Elliott. So actually, I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to go to the winter meetings and just get this started. So, read all messages. Bunch of swaps taking place. No one's offering me anything. Okay. And go to the draft. Okay. Continue draft. With the first pick, they select Jack Fournier. Really? Wow, the Iron Duke doesn't go number 1. Benny Koff, number 2. Wow, I wish I had a top pick here. 3, Tex. 4, the Red Sox picked up a really good player. Damn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn. 11. And now my 12th pick. Looks like there's plenty of high-quality players left. Jim Voy. Looks really good. What do you recommend? Really? Well, starting pitching. Pitching is kind of at a premium. He would be a starter. So, let's look at this. Pitching potential right now. All pitchers. So, who is a starter? So, he is the top starter, is the guy that's being recommended. So, who else? Control. And then I also want to look at stamina, so... Why wouldn't you want him? What is Hugh Bennett versus Bill Steen? So I want to compare these two guys. Hi, kitty cat. Yes. Hi. Compare player. Recently visited. Compare these two guys. So, well, in terms of batting ability, it's not even a contest, but this isn't, we're not looking at them for that. So, better movement from Bill, same control, same stuff. Yeah, better movement. Hugh is slightly better versus lefties. And you're looking at the same you have one extra pitch in... Because it really... it thinks I should go with a pitcher here. What does my minor leagues look like? So let's go... Player list, minor leagues, pitchers, pretty empty, basically empty. So, yeah. So all my pitching talent's on my major leagues. I probably should pick one up. So I'm thinking Bill Steen is the pick here. Unless there is a batter that I can't say no to. Because what is this guy? So I want batting potentials. I mean, he does jump out as a possible really good player. But, what does the OSA say? OSA thinks... Oh, I don't have a head scout. What? Oh, that's no good. When did that happen? I offered him an extension. Didn't I? I guess he just retired on me. I guess I must have missed that. Huh. He's been on the Athletics. And you've been on the Highlanders. Huh, I must have just straight missed him. Scout. You know what? This is stupid. I would have offered him. I just missed this. So what I'm going to do... So he wants... So what's his contract? He wants 11,552. So I'm just going to... You know what? That's a mistake on my part. So I'm just going to do... So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to offer him a contract equal to 11,552. So let's just do that, and let's see if it registers as on the team. So now, front office, personnel. No, that didn't work. So what I need is that. Edit. So that. Scouting director. Apply. 11,552, and I would have given him 5 years. There we go. That was a mistake on my part. I must have missed him leaving. Oh well. Oh, I also need to cast my ballot for the Hall of Fame. Nobody. 75's my number, so no. Anyway, first year player draft. Continue draft. You want Claude Hendricks. Okay. 60 control. Stamina, good hold runners. Hugh Bennett. You really like Hugh Bennett. So why would you not draft him if you really like Hugh Bennett? I mean, even if he's that, he's still really good. So when you think he's really good, I'm just going to draft and meet. That's fine. Until next pick. All players. All players. Bunny Brief. What are you? Good discipline potential. Claude Hendricks is still there, so I'll draft him because you wanted him. Wow, 17-year-old. What do you recommend? Claude Hendricks? Yeah, that's fine. Yep, pick up the young guy. What do you recommend? Scoops carry. Interesting, but I don't think so. Really? Why would I not just draft him? No contact potential. Well, that's interesting. Huh. So you like whom exactly? Scoops carry. He's not even... I would not draft that there. Who's the highest contact guy left? Russian Eddie Ainsworth. I'd almost rather just grab Jim Bagby here. Yeah. Until next pick. Frank O'Rourke is the top. Oh, you know what? Fine. I'll take your recommendation. You've done pretty good for me in the past. You know what? You want this guy. Why, exactly? He looks terrible. I'll take Clarence Mitchell, thank you. Ooh, you are a speedster. Interesting. Defense. Who do you want? Ed Burns. At this point, I'm just going to take by potential. You, sure. Next pick. You, sure. Next pick. And since there's only 1 stars left, I'm just going to complete the draft. Personal message. Negotiations have begun. Negotiate. Oh, an impossible guy who, yeah, I'm going to, look. I'm going to offer you $250. If you don't want it, I'm not going to be too broken up here. So it's Clarence Mitchell is the one I need to keep my eye on. So next week. Yes. So you. can you do anything but pitch? Because you're clearly a batter. You're clearly a batter. So I'm going to set position as, I don't know. What position do I need the most? Because, well, for the most part, he's an infielder. He's pretty bad, though. So set position, I don't know. I'll say third base. What do we got here? 2-star. Yeah, didn't lose much by doing it. And I'm at the Rule 5. So, Rule 5 draft pool. What are we looking at? Yeah. Okay. Relief pitcher. Interesting. 40 stuff. Yeah, it's pretty normal. Left fielder. Might be worth picking him out. I mean, my coach likes him a hell of a lot better than everything this guy does, than the default does. So, let's get it started. Rule 5 draft. Continue till my pick. Who did I lose? Jeff Sweeney. Okay. I mean, both sides agree. He's not that good. So, doesn't recommend me picking up anyone. I mean, there's this guy who's a regen, but I mean, it's not like he has much going for him. You're terrible. I'm just, you know what? I'm actually good. And complete the draft. I don't think there's much going to happen in the Rule 5 there. And go to the Hall of Fame results. Personal message. Players are finally going to start joining the organization. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Hall of Fame results. I was not impressed by him. He was marginal. He was borderline. That's my thought on the matter. Anyway. Yeah, I got nothing left for nobody. Let's go to the preseason. So, 1912. Preseason. Yep. So, pitching staff. Want a 6-man rotation. Stripped. Build it for me. And go to the spring training. End of the month. Well, the team have certainly performed better in spring training. I'll give them that. It's a hell of a down year, I'll say that much. Development update. Rube Vickers declines. Wow, you have just crashed in the last couple years. Burke, 35-year-old's going to decline. Yeah, everything else looks green. It's good. I'll take it. So, opening day is the 11th. Yeah, I can safely go a week. Yep. So, now let's look at the roster. How many cuts do I have to make? 34. Because it's 34 in the 40-man. Okay. let's rebuild the minor league system while we're here. Is there a minor league report I can look at? Look at the minor league report. Doesn't say anyone's quite ready to be called all the way up. Well, let's go to the minor league to the international complex. Oh, there's no one in the international complex. Okay. Nope, no one in the international complex. Okay, so what to do? So what do we got here? Phil Lewis, Bill Shipkey, there, and there. I mean, he's not terrible as a relief pitcher. Yeah, you guys, all three of you, it's time to move on. So I'm gonna waive in DFA. You two, transaction, you can get sent down. Transaction, waive and designate for assignment. Transaction, no, that's fine. Bill, you need to just waive in DFA. That's fine. What are we looking at? 28. Let's take a look at my pitching. So I need to demote one pitcher. Rube, transaction, demote. Now that's, I need to go to 5-man to a 4-man rotation. Always start highest, rebuild. Okay, so why do you? So let's set position. Starting pitcher. What does it say? Is it 2.5, 2.5? Okay. Set position. You are a reliever. You're pretty much a reliever. I'm not gonna even. You're just not. Rube, transaction. You're demoted. All right. If someone wants to pick him up, they can pick him up. All right, so that's 6. That's fine. Kind of heavy on the lefties, but those guys will switch. That should be fine. So let's see here. What are we at right now? 26. I need to make one more cut. So lineups, default. What are we looking at? Florian Keller. Yeah, he's going to be in the major league. He's going to be the backup catcher. It's not a problem there. I mean, Kane, you've just not been very good. I mean, if another team wants to give you a chance, that's, I mean, you're flexible. That's what's good about you. But your batting average is garbage. It's just garbage. First base. I need to demote one player here. So, all right, there we go. So, move Lush, set position, right field, rebuild, and then set position, starting pitcher. You're not happy because you're not starting, and you're not as good as Chris. You're just not. So let's shop you around, see what's offered for you. Oh, well, that's not bad. That would seriously improve my relief core. 24-year-old. Had a great season for WAR last year for a reliever. Or I could do a backup catcher. Nah. Yeah. I'm okay with that. So what are the preseason predictions? They think I'm going to be in the toilet? No, they think I'm going to be a top team. Interesting. To get right back up there. And, well, that does mean... Let's ask the pitching coach. Chetsbro, you're going to be down. Lush is going to be up. Rose is going to be my closer. And Chetsbro, you can be the stopper. Cunningham, you can be the righty specialist. And you can be a middle reliever as well. You can be the lefty specialist. And you can be used more often. And you'll also be the emergency starting pitcher, long relief. And good, you can be the stopper. That'll be fun. Stopper is like a proto closer. It's his job to come in and say, if things aren't looking good in the sixth, his job is to come in and go the distance if need be, if things are looking better, or to hand it off to someone else. He's kind of a hybrid, or a better way to put it is a proto closer. So, to the lineups. That's fine. And that's fine. Because Arati's is going to be on a roster for a long time. He's super good at stealing, and he's flexible as all hell. So, Harrier? Yeah, I suppose, but, I mean, is it time to put Tinker out to pasture? I mean, I'm not sure. Because every year he's been a Gold Glover. And, well, I'm not quite willing to put him out. Well, he did hit 214, so, yeah, I'm going to give the other guy a month. We'll see how it goes, but, yeah. I mean, Jim he had a good run with me, hitting 291, 281. He's been up and down, up and down. And I know I kind of sold low on him, and I sold him to a competitor, but, I'm okay with that, because that really did improve the bullpen. And let's go to opening day, now that that's all taken care of. That's fine. Opening day again. Alright. Drop the save. Personal message. It's don't suck. Top prospects. I don't have any. Okay. So, first off, let's take care of these personnel issues. So I don't have a trainer currently. Xavier Rodriguez, isn't it? He was on my team for a long time. Yeah. Well, thankfully, I don't really have to worry about that in these ye olde Sims. Yeah. Oh, that's painful. Yeah, because right now, essentially, you would enjoy reserve clause baseball, because look at the difference between the payroll and the budget. Yeah, You basically, in these reserve clause eras where players make nothing, and I have when your top player on the team is making maybe 10,000, like the top player in the league is paying 10,000, and they can't change teams in free agency, it drives their salaries down or keeps their salaries down. I mean, I got 181,000 I just can't spend. He's downgraded my finances from 600 to 400 2 years in a row because there's just nothing to spend it on. I can't actually spend that money. So, yeah, reserve clause era baseball is a little different than what you... Oh, that's interesting. What are you doing in the free agent market? You're a starter. Huh. You're not very good at holding runners. Whatever. What were you last year, actually? You had a 4 ERA season last year. Pitching staff. That looks fine. Mordecai Brown still opening day starter. He is still the best pitcher on the team, even though he sure as hell didn't pitch like it last year. That's fine. Alright. Might as well. Back on the horse. And end of the first month. What was the message? He approved the contract. Right. Before I forget, I have personnel decisions to work with. Because pretty much my minor leagues have no people. So I literally have to fill everyone. So first off, managers. Sure. Yep. Offer contract to the Monarchs. 5 years. Offer. I want someone who is good with. So, favors veterans. He's middle of the road, so you're fine. So offers 4 years. What are you? You're right in the middle. That's fine. Offer contract. 4 years. Chris Torres. Slightly favoring prospects. That's fine. Offer contract. 5 years. Jimmy Collins. You slightly favor veterans. Not someone I want for the minor leagues. You're balanced. That's fine. Oh, you're even better. Offer contract. Providence Reds. Offer. Is that all of them? Yes, it is. So now I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitching coaches. So you handle veterans better. So I'm not sure you're good for a minor league team. Good influence. I'll take it. To the Monarchs. Good influence on young players. Fine. You go to the Blues. You. Young players, that's fine. Offer contract. You go to the Fighting Lions. You. Hasn't had much of a chance. So, offer contract. You go to the Okie Dokies. And who's a brand new guy? Who is someone I could just give a chance to? Did Cy Young retire? Yeah. So I'm going to convert Cy Young into a coach. And I'm going to give him a job. I'd be curious. What does it rate out his coaching status to? Yep, favors prospects. All right. Then I need a hitting coach. Has helped produce during his 14 years. Okay, that's fine. Offer contract. Hitting coach. 5 years. Fine. Yep, that's fine. Offer contract. 5 years. Accept. Okay. Then you. Does not tend to focus on any specific one. Average hitting coach. Best reputation. That's fine. Dave Allen. Very good influence on youngsters. So offer contract. That's great. And you. Success with all hitting types in 5 years. Not much to say about him, so pretty new to the job. So he was in their minor league as a head. He was the hitting coach for the Giants. Kind of a step down for him, but sure. Okay, so end of the first month. He's gonna just what he's looking for. Agrees. Good. Okay. Cy Young agrees. Good, and good. Okay. So, 5th in the power rankings. I'll take that. So, let's go to the end of the month and assess where we are. All these guys. So, transaction, demote. Oh. Vickers refuses to be demoted. Well, see you guys. If you refuse to be demoted, you're not going to be on the team. That's just how it works, guys. It's kind of a brutal sport in that regard. If you're not good enough, you're just getting dumped. Hugh Bennett thinks he's ready for the big leagues. Well, all depends on how my pitchers are doing. Alright, well, got out of the first month just above 500. Giant cluster, you know what, in the middle there. 2 games back. I mean, it's pretty much anyone's game right now. So, yeah. Yeah. Yes, hi kitty cat. Let's take a look at the pitching and assess where we are there. And well, Johnny Lush has had a garbage season so far, so tell me you're at least hitting the ball. Tell me you're at least hitting the ball. Yeah, you're hitting 292, so you're fine there. Hi, kitty cat. How's it going? Yeah. How's it going? My arm doesn't bend that way. Alright. Well, let's give it another month. Let's not do anything crazy. Hi. How's it going? Yeah? You want to come down and sit behind me? Is that what you want to do? Not the most graceful of dismounts, dear. Oh, no. Okay, only 5 days. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. You see major injury to a big-name player, and you're like, oh, God, no. Wow. Good God, I have not kept up with the expectations so far. Ow, Freya, your claws are sharp. What are you doing? Yes, hi. Cats. You know. Goodness gracious. Slow Joe. 3.96 ERA. What to do here? Because this is when I usually make my moves to either jump up and get to where I need to go, or it's just not going to work. Well, right now, what are we looking at? Wow, Chetsborough. You've only had one game, so let's go to a 5-man rotation. Always start highest rested. I'm going to have you go here. And who has decent stamina? 30, 35, 25, 25. So, I'm going to move you to... Yeah, that's fine. Where are we right now in the team? 3rd and 1st. That's fine. The offense is okay. Batting average could used to go up. Let's look at the lineups. Chet is not happy about his bench roll. So let's go. Let's see if anybody's interested. Well, let's trade him to St. Louis. Yeah, I'm actually pretty okay with that. I'm actually absolutely okay with that. Oh, and I have one open spot, probably because of the disabled list. No, I have an open spot. So I need to bring up a minor leaguer. So who... You think he's ready for the big leagues? So let's go here. Ask to reorder. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to quit out really quick. I did not mean to do that. I don't want to fill with fictionals. I'd rather it be built up legitimately, not fill with randos. I know I'm doing the international complex stuff, but I don't want to do that. So it saved at the month, so I didn't lose anything, so that's fine. So rosters, players, got the pissed off guy, transactions, trade options, shop around. Oh, come on, St. Louis. You made this deal. So, initiate trade. St. Louis. Relief pitcher. On the active roster. No. You accepted this exact offer last time. You accepted this. You were willing to do it. I'm sorry. Just because I hit one wrong button doesn't mean you get to automatically decline a trade. We're getting back to where we were. We're getting back to exactly where we were before I accidentally pushed the fill roster button. So, roster and transactions, DFA, active roster, Alex goes in. Okay, I'm going to a 5-man rotation. Ask for to rebuild it. You're the closer. And you're the... Let's have you be the stopper. No, they don't. Here's, if you want to see who they think is ready. It took some digging to find this, but if you want to see who they think is ready to be called up, go to here. go where it is you're looking for info, reports. And this is the minor league report. Who he thinks is ready and not ready for the major leagues. There is no message sent, but basically what I'm doing here, when I say to complete minor league system, what he's going to do is he's going to call up and call down players. And do this on a monthly basis. So at the end of every month, I do this just so players are moved up and moved down correctly. So when I then go to open minor league report, what I get is the players at the top who he thinks are ready for the show. So he thinks Katina is ready. He thinks Lange, I don't. Drucky, maybe. Still want him to develop. Hugh Bennett, he definitely thinks is ready. And he thinks Claude Hendricks is ready. I mean, Bennett, I think I am just going to call him up because I need a fifth starting pitcher. So transaction, promote to St. Louis, and I'm going to, after that call up, I'm then going to again reorder. Oh, wrong button. Reorder. Save that. And go to my lineups. See if that broke any of my lineups. Nope. Pitching. Nope. Jack. Slow Joe, you're going to go down here and Hugh's going to take that spot. Because, yeah, that's fine. So, Hugh, how are you? How's your... You're fine. Okay. Always start highest rested. There we go. And, well, let's finish the day. I'm curious to see how he does. Ow. You want to talk about a start to remember? That's an excellent first start of your career. Take it. Well, if I can get better pitching, that's how you jump up in the standings. Well, I've closed about a game, and I've dropped back down. Oh, bollocks. I've now fallen back to a middle-of-the-road team, which is disappointing. Yeah, it thinks I'm 12th overall. Standings. 29 wins. Yeah. Well, damn. I'm dealing with pitchers that aren't pitching great, and I'm dealing with hitters that aren't hitting great. Mid-season review. Yep, your contract's expiring. I'm absolutely okay with offering an extension. It's July, so let's go to the trade deadline. So, am I buying or am I selling? I'm selling. I'm selling. I mean, yeah, I am clearly selling here. Who are some of my veterans I can sell? It's definitely time to look into selling him. Nope. Nobody's interested in him. Definitely time to shop him around. $23-year-old. I mean, Mordecai Brown's not going to be around much longer. It's time to sell it. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, there it goes. Okay. So they're offering a developmental right fielder, 22 years old. So I want to then compare between you guys. This would be looking at a player of the future. Pretty sure it's the guy on the right. I mean, the guy on the left is a much bigger threat on the base paths, but just in general is a better player. The guy on the right is better. So, Radonsky. Yep, they're not going to like... Oh, yeah, fan reaction. Yeah, he's a very popular player. But I'm not doing well, and it's time you cash out on the older players. So, yeah. How are you doing this year? Awful. Nobody wants him. Okay. And that's all of my trade looks this year, this day. So, well, that, as we say, is that, I suppose. And now we're saving. I mean, yeah, there's not much else to do here. What's the... Oh, player development update. Oh, you hit the team and then decline sharply. That's disconcerting. Oh, no, you haven't. You just... So, why's the depth charts? Rebuild depth chart. Rebuild depth chart. And until end of the season. I mean, I have a winning team, but it's not good enough. 500 baseball? Yeah. Yeah, I know, but you are a role player. You are basically at the end of your career here, kid. You're 35, going on 40, and it's time to just hang up the cleats. Yep, not surprised. I guess I'm a little surprised, but oh well. And I'm eliminated. And it's going to be Chicago and St. Louis. St. Louis going for the three-peat. Oh, I didn't. Heh. Yeah, I know, right? You get those players where you're just like, I like him, but he's just not doing anything. You just want to get some value out of him. Alright, so, in the end, yeah. Oh, Christy Mathewson out. That's nasty. And that's going to be... He's gone for almost all of next season. Yikes. And Ty Cobb gets the batting title again. I mean, he had it. What did he have? 9 WAR? Yeah. Good God. I mean, he's already in his Fuse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons. He's already at in 8 seasons. He's already at 82 wins above replacement. Yeah, he's the best player to have ever entered the game. Not named best hitter to have ever entered the game so far. He is just that dominant. And I'm tempted to tank next year. I am very tempted to tank this year. So, in the end, I come up short. Had a winning record, 80 wins. But Chicago and St. Louis will be dueling it out. I mean, Cleveland had another good run, but couldn't quite get there. So, what do we got? Personal message from Kane. You're a role player, kid. You're absolutely the definition of a role player. You are, and you're gonna be, and there's nothing else for it. So, St. Louis picks up game 1, game 2. And they're going for the sweep. And the Cardinals finish off the sweep. So you got another. This has been a thing of runs where Pittsburgh went 5 in a row, and you had a break with the Senators getting it. Then I went for a three-peat, and now Cardinals have gone for a three-peat. So jeez, talk about some just streak. 52. Nice average season. Yep, he gives me a giant budget that in no way am I going to possibly be able to use. So, it's a good problem to have. Alright. So, Golden Gloves. So, Shoeless Joe wins the Golden Glove instead of Ty. I get Joseph Harrier, the guy who actually replaced the Golden Glove. So I own the shortstop Golden Glove still. Yeah, he gets caught stealing a lot, but he also swipes more than he loses. So, Golden, wow, Shoeless Joe, wow. Got him. He did have a better season than Ty Cobb. I'm not going to deny that. Disappointing, but definitely the case. Oh, Silver Slugger. I was looking at the wrong thing. Ty Cobb gave it to the... Okay. Johnny Lush wins the batting title again for the pitchers. Ray Morgan hit 301 to win it for second baseman. Home Run Baker hit 12 home runs to get it for third baseman. Ty Cobb, that's good. And Gloomy Gus in his second year. All right. Now, Rookie of the Year. I don't really have any rookies to... Jim Voigt. I probably should have drafted him. I could have. There was nothing stopping me. Ugh. That is going to be a one that got away. And I picked a starting pitcher. I picked a starting pitcher instead of him. Damn. That's a mistake. I'm going to look back as that's one that got away moments. So, Christy Mathewson, who is injured until next year, and George McQuillan, 271 with 24 wins. MVP, is it going to still be? Yes, it is. It's still going to be the Georgia Peach. Even though I think Christy Mathewson had a better season, sure, whatever. I mean, Shoeless Joe, I think, had a better season than him, but I'm not going to complain. Not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. So. Oh, Saint Vrain is moving around again. How's he been doing? Because he started his career on my team. And he just hasn't done anything. Huh. Certainly hasn't done anything. Okay. Well, let's look at what players I have and what I need to move. Because I think it's time that Frankie Chance leaves town. Oh, hush, kitty cat. Hush, kitty. Does anyone want Wid Conroy? Wrong button. Nope. So I'm going to set him as available. 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 Nope. I think that's all the ones I have for the day. Really? Nobody thinks about him. Huh. Alright, well, he is tradable. Got my toe stuck in a drawer handle because I'm absent-mindedly pulling it out and closing it. Fine, I'll go prospects. Wow. You're not asking for much. I mean, no. If I'm going to make this deal, it would be for someone better. Everything that's in this game is a real thing. It may not be executed perfectly, but everything in here is a real thing. Let's go to the end of winter meetings. Draft pool announcement. Talent pool. 2.5 stars. Earn CBA. I forget the number. But if a player has so many years of experience, I think it's like 8 or 10 years of experience, he can decline being sent down. Or if it's written into his contract, he can refuse to be sent down. Can I go in their organization? Fine, I'll go prospects. Wow. You're not asking for much. I mean, no. If I'm going to make this deal, it would be for someone better. Everything that's in this game is a real thing. It may not be executed perfectly, but everything in here is a real thing. Let's go to the end of winter meetings. Draft pool announcement. Talent pool. 2.5 stars. That ain't bad. For international regen, good arm. Really good arm and great on avoid Ks. He could be actually a pretty, not a bad player at all. Huh. I'll take it. Go to the draft pool announcement. So, off-season center. Let's take a look at where I am in the draft order. So I'm 9th. There's not many compensation picks this year, so draft pool. Marito Acosta, Doc Ayers, Johnny Bassler. Doc Ayers, good-looking starting pitcher, I'll tell you that much. Dutch Leonard, good-looking starting pitchers. Couple really good-looking starting pitchers, I'll tell you that much. This looks like a really, really deep draft. I mean, initial scouting doesn't think so, but this looks like a very deep draft. But this guy looks really good. Really, really good. What was his real-life stats? No home runs, so I'm surprised his power's hit up. He had first few were pretty good years. That's why it looks so good. So, what we look at the best contact guy? Eddie Rush. Yeah, you look pretty darn good. Yeah. Alright. So, go to the Hall of Fame voting. Well, I got to put the guy on the team first. So, let's take care of this voting and then go to the draft. Um, 50 WAR, 62. No, none of these guys are. Jimmy Collins, how did you win an MVP with a 9 WAR in 1901? Must have been a terrible year. Yeah, because no, blank ballot. I'm a curmudgeon in terms of the Hall of Fame, purity of the Hall and all that fun stuff. But yeah. So, first year player draft. Ed Roush. Yeah. Fisher, Comers, Kruger. Okay. First year player draft. Continue draft. With the first pick, the Philadelphia Athletics select Johnny Bassler, catcher. Young, and younger. The Giants select Shang. Detroit selects Bubbles Hardgrave. I love that name. Washington selects Joe Conroy. Boston selects Ed Roush. Braves select Ed Roush. What are we looking at? 6th pick. I got to get to the 9th. 7th pick. Current pick is 6th. Dutch Leonard. 8th pick. Doc Ayers. Ooh. This is the guy I had eyes on pretty much the entire team. I mean, I got Al Shear here, which looks like a player to win now. Or I got a guy that, to me, looks even better with this guy, Marito Acosta, the Cuban. I'm definitely taking the Cuban. But I had one more pick between me and that. So It definitely going to take that guy, because the other guy that I was thinking of taking actually just went. Oops. So, what do you recommend? Yep, nice to see we're in agreement. Take him, done. Until my next pick. So, you think... Ooh. I mean, this guy could replace Chance as soon as he's ready to retire. So, I'm absolutely okay with that. I could also take Rube Foster. What do you think about him? You think... Well, both are pretty much in agreement. One just thinks he's farther along than the other. My head scout thinks his control is up to snuff already. So who do you think I should take? Harry Treckel. No. No. I mean, it'd be Rube Foster or Red McGee there. So let's take a look at what's the basic thing. So Wally Pip thinks he's really has high potential. I honestly don't see it. So are there any guys hiding as pitchers? Earl Ayers. No gap, so wouldn't get very good OPS, but oh, Jack Bentley. Interesting. Harry Williams. Void K's. Yeah. You look like you could be a really good player. Vern Duncan. He's worth taking a look at, definitely. But you think Harry Treckel. I don't understand why you think that. Because if I was looking for a pitcher, I'd be looking at Jim Shaw or Rube Foster. So let's pull these guys out. So compare players, pitching ratings, and recently visited Jim Shaw. Higher movement, but much better stuff for Jim Shaw. Stamina is apples and oranges. Movement's not a much higher control, though, for Rube Foster. Shaw's got a much better fastball and curveball. You've got, yeah. He's got a good selection of pitch. Both have pretty good selection of pitches. What are we looking at here? So what's the split? Oh, that's the current versus potential. So much better stuff versus that. I think I'm just going to take... Let's see what their real life stats are. Can I do real life stats? No, not from here. So, what's your real life stats? You were a 236 pitcher. And you the 236 pitcher? No, you had a much shorter career at BLF. I don't even know who BLF is. Oh, Vern Duncan, because I'm looking at a center fielder. Idiot. So, you had a 236. You were the first one. Rube Foster. And then Jim Shaw is the one I wanted. And so, real life stats. You had a 307, but a much longer career. Your first few years were 208, 270. What was your Ks per 9? 9. Your 4.3 career. And you are 3.1. So, based upon that, Jim Shaw's the guy. So, you're still around. So, yeah. Are you impossible to sign? Yes. That's why you're still there. So, somebody will take a risk on you at some point. But the question is when. Could I wait one more round? The answer is probably yes. So I'm going to draft this guy here. And if the impossible guy is there next round, I'm going to take him. And at this point, I just pick up whatever my scouting director thinks is approximate, is decent. That's fine. Until next pick. At this point, let's see if there's any... yeah, Eddie Ayers. I'll take you. Until next pick. Are there any? Nope. Nope. Kind of, but not really. So at this point, I'm just willing to go complete draft. Let the negotiations begin. So is Eddie Ayers there? No, he's just straight in the team. So, rosters. So let's actually find him. So EDDIE. Eddie Ayers, Providence Reds. So what are your ratings? So you have infield range and turn double play, so I will make you a second baseman. Set position, second base. Fine. So negotiate with draftees. All I got is the impossible guy. So I'm gonna throw a big old check at you. I'm gonna offer a $5,000 check because I can afford it. And what? Does not approve it. You have a draft budget of $2,000. Why can't I offer that? Well, I've never seen him do this before. Huh. I don't understand why it's doing that. Why are you not letting me offer that? So let's go front office. I mean, he's hands off in general. I don't understand why it's not doing it. I mean, it should allow me recommended draft slot amounts, 4,600. So I'm going to go 100,000 and see if it'll let me then make that offer. I don't understand why it won't let me make these offers. Does not approve it. Interesting. Freya! I love you, but... Lordy. Why is he not approving this contract? I've never seen it do that before. I've offered bigger contracts to these guys. What the hell, man? Huh. Wonder why it's not letting me make these offers. Alright, Rule 5 draft, I suppose. While I figure out why the hell it won't accept my offers. So, we got a decent-looking starting pitcher, who I'm very tempted to actually just straight sign. Because I'm happy to kind of suck this year until my next pick. So, I see. That sucks. How? How is a minor leaguer very popular with the local crowd? Oh, that's just stupid. All right. Alright, that's good. Probably going to say go to hell. Jim Shaw, I'll take that. Jack Bentley. Okay. And there's the Impossible Man. Oh, he was convinced. Nice. Nice. Well, he was going to be on the minor leagues until such time as Chance retires, and then he's definitely going to get called up. I'm in no rush to call him up. So, did anyone actually get it? Kid Nichols? I guess. Yeah, I guess. That's fine. So, go to the preseason. Pré-saison. So, what are my goals this year? Don't suck. Upgrade left field, increase attendance to 1,700, and build a dynasty. Well... Sorry, coach, but I think I'm actually going to, intentionally play worse players this year. So, spring training begins. I'm going to have the best players on the roster, but, except for Cobb, I'm not sure I'm going to play a lot. I don't want to use the word tanking, but I kind of want to tank this year. I know it sounds stupid, but... So, preseason predictions. Unless it says I'm a World Series favorite. Yeah, it thinks I'm going to be terrible. So if it thinks I'm going to be terrible, I might as well be fucking terrible. I might as well live up to that. Because I need pitching, I need hitting, I need pretty much a lot of things. So, let's go to the end of spring training. And let's make the roster moves. So, lineups and depth charts. Wow, Florian fell off this year. What the hell happened to Herzog? You crashed and burned, lordy. Huh. How many players? 28, so I don't need to make many moves. That's the good news. Okay, there's one. Now, what about the batters? All right. 26. I need one more move. Too many shortstops. Oh! Oh, whoops. I need to reset that. Whoops. Go back to the autosave. Whoops. Straight whoops. I did not mean to send everybody down. Did not mean to send everybody possible down. Oops. Oh. Alright. That's better. Awkward. Alright. Alright, well that's interesting. Yeah. I think I'm just going to roll with that for the time being. And lineups and depth chart. Rebuild. And, well, you know, not to use the words lost season, but I think I'm just going to kind of, sort of, maybe tank a wee bit this season. So, So, let's see here. So let's do this. Right field. Definitely don't want to have a completely lost season here. So transaction, set position, right field. So let's rebuild this from here. So set all lineups. Where are you going to put him first? So that's fine. So catcher. All right. You're going to start Florian over him. Interesting. I'm actually going to do this. So, at first base, I'm literally going to start the lower of my players, just in general. So, Joe, you're going to start there. So let's build a depth chart from there. Okay, so first base, second base. Phil Lewis. Rebuild. Okay. Shortstop. That's fine. Left field. Okay, that's fine. Everything else looks fine. So I'm going to have you start leading off. So now I'm going to go by all players, all batters. Actually, yeah, all players, batting ratings, contact. So Chris, Keller, Lewis, Lush. I'll do Conroy Kane. Okay. And I'm going to go copy, copy, paste, paste, pitching staff, asked to rebuild. Oh, right field, because I need to convert him back. Set position, starting pitcher, asked to build. That's better. That's fine. And 5-man rotation, always start highest rested. That's fine. And yeah, let's get this season started. And okay. Opening day. And it doesn't think I'm going to be that good. So I'm perfectly willing to live up to that. Oh. It really likes him as a prospect. That's good. Hilarious roster. Okay. Austrian regen. Okay. Sure. So, sim month? Oh, Zitadel. I have a trade proposal. Okay. Okay. What's the catch? Because it's kind of just meh for meh. And why do you... sure. I mean, it's kind of whatever. It's making a deal to make a deal, I guess. Yeah, you don't like the performance on the field. Get over it. Yep. Yes, I get it. You all are pissed. Wow. You're certainly having a terrible season. I get it. You guys hate me. Kane, you wanted to start. You're getting a start. Oh, God. The team's 0-18? Yee. Jesus, you take one player out of a team and we're this bad? Crikey. You take one player out of a team and we're this bad. Good God. I had no idea we were this dependent on Ty Cobb. Huh. Man, everyone's just complaining, and more complaining. Oh, Johnny Lush improves. Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a team that was going to be in transition this year, but I didn't think it was going to be this tough. Everybody's just really pissed. Yeah. Yep. Get your butt off the DL. Oh my God, everyone's pissed. My goodness gracious, you are pissed. Well, I think I'm just going to go to the end of the season because at this point there is not much left to play for. Not much left to play for. Yep, you guys hate me. I know. You hate each other. You hate me. We're 16-51. I'm going to be lucky if I'm not sacked. But, hey. This is just disaster of a season. This is worse than... This is honestly worse than my worst season. This is my worst season I've ever had. This is rough, to say the least. This is really, really rough. I mean, 2 years ago I was in the World Series. 3 years ago. Yes, you guys are all complaining. Oh, an injury. Okay. Yeah, it's not complaining. Dusty sensor. Okay. Need 2 players. So let's just go have you complete the minor league system. Who do you think is ready? And what pitcher do you think is ready? I'm okay with those recommendations. Pitching staff. Rebuild the roster. That's fine. And then lineups. Generate depth chart. Generate depth chart. Except not going to happen. And not going to happen. And end of the month. Did you forget our thing not to suck? Well, no, I didn't forget it. The fact is the team isn't doing it. So that's the thing. Fractured finger. Meh. I'm just going to leave him in. Yep, Kane doesn't like it. That's fine. Buck Herzog, yep, you're not happy. Nobody's happy when you're losing this badly. Nobody is. Nobody's ever going to be happy. I mean, yeah, you're fighting, you're trying, I know. And he gets along with everyone, but everyone's pissed. The only one who's not complaining is the guy who just does his business. I mean, Ty Cobb goes along his business. Yeah. I mean, he's having a good... He's not... I mean, what is he hitting? 365? I mean, he's... Yeah. He lost a lot of at-bats with that injury. Speaking of which... Oh, boy. Well, he's down for the rest of the season. Shit. Well, So I need to call up an outfielder. Can you play outfield? Yes, you can. Copy depth chart. Copy lineup. Paste. And paste. Pitching. How long till you're back? 2 weeks. Yep. The team's been bad. Alright, well, see, yeah. I'm okay with that. Oh, it's a waiver. Okay. All players who have to clear waiver have been waived. It goes through automatically if all, otherwise it will be canceled. Okay. Canceled. Okay. That happens. I'm going to shut him down for the season. Not going to call you up. Sure, get on the team. Lineups. Rebuild. Everything. Alright. End of the season. Roster expansion, sure. I mean, the only thing that the team could do wrong now is if they actually started to win. If they started to win, then it could be a problem. They are winning. Stop it. Pitching staff. So what I'm going to do is I am literally going to run the pitchers into the ground. So you guys, I am literally going to run you guys into the ground. 2-man rotation. I'm going to just exhaust these guys. And I do not want to win. I just don't. So I'm going to go pitching rotation, ask the bench coach. Lush is in for Hugh. And emergency starting pitcher. Lineups. And batting stats 1. Yeah, I am literally ready to just give up. I'm literally ready to give up. Because this season has been just awful. I mean, I put in the best players. I was trying to put a lineup, and then Cobb gets injured, and the team goes to crap. And I've noticed I don't have the pitchers anyway. So, in an era where you need good pitchers, I don't have them. And with the decline of Mordecai Brown, there was not much I had left felt I could do. And so at this point, I'm just going to give it to the young guys. And the guys who need the playing time. Because I'm not gaining anything at this point. Do I really not have any other center fielders? Good God. Huh. I suppose not. Okay. I guess it's going to be that. No, I want that. Alright. You're still really fast, so. God, this lineup's terrible. Alright. Copy. copy, paste, paste. All right. Yeah, Frank, I know. So, it's roster expansion day. And I need to get worse. So, players, minor leagues. Who's the old fart still in the minor leagues? Okay. Lineups. Clear. Clear all lineups. Clear all depth charts. So, Tinker. You start at short. Street, that's fine. Shipkey. Lewis, second base. First base. Left field. Actually, center field. Left field. Right field. Generate depth chart. If starter tired, if tired, if tired, if tired, if tired, if tired. So copy, copy, paste. I mean, I really could, but I'm at least, look, I don't want to play players out of position. I'll play terrible players, but I'm not going to go out of my way to just intentionally just trash the team. I mean, that's not what I want to do. I mean, I want to play players who are too old to be doing this, but yeah, hey, there we go. See, I'm just playing basically my elder statesmen and giving them playing time. So I'm fine with that. So there we go. Now I've buried myself in the bottom. And it took a little doing, but staff retire, so I'll have to replace that in the off season. Yeah. So, regular season ends. Let's get this season over with. Oh, God. Did I Am I really tied with these guys? No, I have 3 more losses. Okay. So, if I get 1 more loss here, I have locked up the worst record in the league. So, at this point, lineups, set position, right field, rebuild all. Set position, starting pitcher. And he's injured anyway. What am I saying? Or he's off his injury. Or is he still injured? No, he's fine. Copy, paste, paste. Okay. Well, in the end, I have lost. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. So 52 and 99 is where the team finishes. 52 and 99, 0.344. Buh. But I did get a lot of the senior players a lot of playing time, so at least there's that. And I'm going to go to the end of the off season, and then I will call it. So I'll be doing first thing next stream will be the draft, and fingers crossed, there should be somebody interesting in that draft class. I'm not going to say who, but there should be somebody very, very interesting. I probably need pitching to go around him, but there are some very, very interesting options this offseason. Okay. We are at the playoffs, and thankfully the players have stopped yelling at me. And assuming I don't get yelled at, I don't get fired, we'll see how that goes. So, assuming I don't get fired, I should be okay. So, playoffs. Now, will St. Louis get 4 in a row? St. Louis wins the first, wins the second. Okay, that's fine. Series tied at 2, headed back to St. Louis. St. Louis up 3-2. Series at 3, going to a game 7. And St. Louis does a 4-peat. Good golly. Man, he had a nice comeback season this year. Had a very good comeback season. After a couple really bad seasons. Good for him. So, I'm going to go to the offseason to see if I get fired. If I don't get fired, we're going to find out my doom. 1 out of 100. Okay. Okay. I'm not fired. I'm not fired. Okay. So, in the end, had an awful season. And, well, I'm I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to advance through the yearly awards, do that, but at this point, I'm going to do the draft, the first thing, next time. So, first off, Golden Gloves. Golden Gloves. Got Wid Conroy. He's been a consistent Gold Glover. Reliever of the year. Oh, Steamboat Oatley. I seem to get a lot of relievers of the year. It's interesting. Silver Sluggers. Not going to be anyone on my team because, well, Ty Cobb's been kind of out for the year. Well, Johnny Lush, because he's a good hitter. He's a consistent Gold Glover with his stick. So what did he finish at, actually, pitching-wise? Oh, 1.3 WAR. That's higher than I expected, given how bad he was being. He finished 5-13 on only 28 starts. I would have thought he would have got more. Batting-wise, 256.1. Yeah, that's fair. Rookie of the year, Benny Meyer and Al Wickland. I know I'm not going to win Manager of the Year. Philly and New York. Oh, the New York owner's dead. Interesting. It does that. Cy Young. So who won the Cy Youngs? Slim Salih. And Mordecai Brown gets another Cy Young after being traded to the White Sox. Maybe I traded him too early. It's probably did, but oh well. And so the last thing of the season is the MVP. Tris Speaker is your MVP. And the NL is Scatter Salih. So, here is where I leave you. I'm going to do the Hall of Fame voting, unless I get a trade offer. But I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up. And it should be a very interesting draft. I hope so, anyway. And so, yeah. All these guys are terrible. Yeah. So, I will have the first pick in the upcoming draft. Thank you all for watching. And as always, if you haven't followed yet, I would appreciate it. And if you don't worry about it. But it would be very appreciated. So, once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.